Hello my fellow Maniacs and welcome to Let's Read Secrets of Mana Manual for Super Nintendo. Yeah, I haven't done these for a while and I always like reading these old manuals and guidebooks and game magazines. It just they usually have some nice art you don't see anywhere else. And you might learn something new. For example, I think Secret of Mana, it has very complex, control scheme, and I remember having trouble to getting used to it. It's not very intuitive. So yeah, maybe we will learn some new things here. Okay. Power of Life. Just gonna... Okay, so 63 pages. This is a long one. I don't know if I have time to read it in depth. Come on. Okay, I think how do you highlight? Let me check the... Okay. Having some difficulties here. Okay, I think I got it now. Power of Life. My friends, I come to you to tell you what you must know to fulfill your quest and save our world. I have little time. Long ago, when the Ancient Ones grew powerful and used the energy of mana to threaten the gods, they were struck down in violence and terror. A great hero wielded the mighty sword of mana to destroy the civilization of the Ancient Ones. After that, peace returned to our troubled world, and the mana energy gives life to us all was again in balance. The sword of mana was buried in a rock and placed in a stream to guard a nearby village. There it patiently rested until the day it was pulled free by you, young man. You are the one being who can release the sword's power and restore the mana to our once more endangered world. You have been born to seek out our enemies, who threaten the 8 seeds of mana. If they succeed in breaking the seals that guard those seeds, they will bend the power of mana to evil and ravage our world. It is mana that fills us and surrounds us. It's like a force in Star Wars, nourishing all life, balancing the good and evil forces of nature. If it should be twisted and overwhelmed by dark forces, most of our world would be annihilated. Whatever survived would be hideously warped beyond recognition. A vision has shown me that you are the ancient hero of our land, returned to us again in our great time of need. On the pages that follow, I wrote down all that I know. You must take this book with you as you travel, and refer to it when you forget what I say. Seek out the 8 palaces of our world. Long ago, 1 mana seed was set in each palace and its power used to seal the palace off from all danger. But now the forces of evil besiege the palaces and are breaking down the seals to steal the seeds. You must find the 8 seeds and seal their power to you. Can use it. So you can use it. When you touch a mana seed, its orb transfers to you and you become stronger. Only then will you be able to wipe away the smear of evil that darkens our world. Do not despair and never give up hope. Combine sword skills and magic arts. Turn the energy orbs to the tree of mana and restore balance to our world. You must succeed, or we all surely lost. Or we are all surely lost. Destiny calls. The gods have set their mark upon you. It is your appointed destiny to seek out the 8 seeds of our withering mana tree. The demons who seek them are scattered across this land. Thrash them! Protect the magical seeds. A long time. This is no idle quest. To be started and finished in one day, you must explore all the land, descend in the vast mazes beneath dark castles, and build strength. Your journey may last nearly 70 hours. Jesus. The mana seeds. The ancient mana tree bestows life and harmony on our world. It balances good and evil within itself, and so balances us all. I'm just disturbed by the music here. But now that the seeds are threatened, the scales are tipping into the side of darkness. If you cannot defend the seeds and the tree, our land will be torn apart in the conflict. So who's the big bad guy here? They're just referring like forces of darkness, but who are they? Who's the Ganon of this world? Well, maybe we will find out. The mana tree. Mana tree was created to be the guardian of peace, free of emotion, of influence. The tribe of mana. This tribe of wise men and wise women is dedicated to sustaining the balance of the mana tree. They work to keep both its dark and light sides equal, so that neither becomes too powerful and threatens the safety of our land. So why would tipping to light side be bad? Maybe it corrupts the user. Symbol of mana. The tree of mana was planted on our world by the gods at the dawn of time to stand as an everlasting symbol of the power of mana. The energy of mana swirls about our world like the breath of the gods, giving us magic, life, and balance. Huh. I didn't know. Find all the seeds. The people of our land are near despair, as the seeds fall under the influence of evil. Search through dark caverns and deep waters. Enter evil forest and destroy fall enemies. Let nothing prevent you from locating all 8 seeds. Okay, that's clear now. 8 seeds and palaces. Okay. It's interesting that this was like a first Game Boy game, like a spin-off of Final Fantasy. Then it became like its own franchise. But yeah, I haven't played the Game Boy one, and I haven't really played much of the SNES version. I think it was never really released in Europe, so like most of the RPGs, Chrono Trigger, and so yeah, sucks to be European in the 90s. Okay, to perform the actions that are necessary to your survival and success, you will need to use these buttons and the control pad. Some buttons have more than one function depending on what situation is when you press them. To reset the game, hold the L and R buttons. Start and select at the same time. Okay. I think that's also works for other games. Press the control pad to walk around. East, west, north, yeah. X, top button, bring the ring commands on your allies. Simply push Y to open your ring commands or your close allies' rings. Use Y to end this conversation, also use Y to pause the game. So this is for allies and this is for your ring commands. Yeah, I remember. It's weird that you can like switch between these rings. Press A button to dash. Hold it. You must press B for a number of actions. Talking with people, select the options, ring commands, activating weapons. Block with second or third controller. You must push the start button to join the guest. Oh yes, there's like a multiplayer. It would be nice to actually play this. I wonder if Switch online supports multiplayer. Switch controller manipulating each other. Here is supposed to select. Okay. Enemy will let you fight, of course, being the heroes. Let you fight it. Cannot attack defenseless creatures. But B button you will use the control pad, rotate it. Ring command. B button will select it. Y button. To see your ring commands hero, press the Y button. Press Y again to close the ring. When your allies' rings are on display, push Y to return to the hero's rings and Y again to close them. Again to pause again, press Y. Press Y again to resume play. Press X to select allies rings commands. Press X again to switch to other allies rings commands to close either. Yeah. Not the most intuitive thing, but I think it works. Yeah, I don't need to read that. You must gather your group before venturing forth. Hero's future. Actually, I haven't played Baldur's Gate. I only know that. It's like a meme. Young hero, allow me to foretell your future. I can see a little and guess much more. You will go to the great falls with your friends, slip and fall to the water below. On your way home you will find a sword, thrust into a stone and remove it. Okay, yeah, this like the villagers shall be furious with you and what you now unknowingly caused. They banish you and you become outcast, homeless because of a sword. It is a sword of mana and you can save your village if you destroy all enemies. The walkthrough for the first part of the game starts on page 46. For further help, a strategy guide is available. I might actually want to read that, but obviously not before playing the game myself. It would just spoil things. But it's always nice to know that what you missed. You're not planning to play the game again. As you travel across our troubled world, on screen you will see an area around it. I don't remember this. This is like a spoiler. The information that will be visible is described below and on the following pages. Okay, hit points, weapon power, holding down B button, the power of that weapon will be displayed here. Character icon. But I remember that you don't have to be the hero, you can be anyone you wanna control, or at least select the leader. Status. Wait a second, I'm missing pages here. Let's pick page 9. Page 13. Ring commands. Each of you has more than one ring command. To rotate the rings, push the control pad left or right. Push up or down to move from one ring to another. When the item you want is in the box at the top of the ring, push B. The magic rings. While the hero has 3 rings, your allies each have 4. The 4th ring displays the spells on that particular ally. Merchant rings. What is that hand? When you are in a shop and ask to see what is for sale, a ring appears. Use this ring like all the others to select the item you want. Its cost will appear in the shopkeeper's conversation window. Your money is shown in the middle of the screen. Edit ring. On this ring you will find information about items, your condition and your weapons. You can also adjust the screen and take action. The 7 options available in a ring are explained on the following page. Color, frame background, targeting. When you select the target icon from the edit ring with an ally, the Hand of Fate appears. Hand of Fate. Position it at the enemy you want to attack and push B. This way you can attack another enemy and your allies will attack the targeted enemy. Name targeting. The hero can use target function to find out the name on a particular enemy on the screen. You cannot target anything in towns. Control changing buttons. Yeah, better not. Fix those. Status. Mana power. This is the total number of mana seeds that have been absorbed by your party abilities. You are each gifted with many skills, and that is why you have been chosen as our heroes. In this window you can review the extent of your abilities ranked on a scale of numbers. The higher the number, the better. As you face frightful peril and survive, and as you learn and grow stronger and wiser, your ranking will increase. Experience and level. The number of experience, magic points and you have and your current level appear here. You are also shown how much more experience you need to move up one level. Money. The currency of our world is known as gold pieces. You will need it to buy many things as you travel. What is magic level? Choose the level option on the edit ring to check the rating on your weapons and magic. The level of each weapon and spell will be shown at the scale of 0 to 8, with 8 strongest. Specific weapons. To examine a particular weapon, press B to bring up the highlight box. Move it to any weapon and press B again. The power of that weapon and other important information about it will be displayed. It is wise to become familiar with all the weapons in your possessions. Oh, So it's bad if you specialize in one weapon. So maybe it's there will be a boss fight that needs a particular weapon. That's my guess. Allies magic level. Once you have selected level from the edit ring and the weapon screen appears, push R to view the spells available to your allies. Highlight a specific spell the way you do a particular weapon to see what each spell does at each level. Action grid. Yeah. Use the action option on the edit ring to issue various commands to your computer control members at your party. Establish how aggressive they can be and set their weapon power. Attack chart. Offers 16 positions, so find out what one that best suits your allies. When you are starting out and feeling weak, place your allies in the lower right corner of the chart. Here they will focus on defense and have very little aggressiveness. As they become stronger and their level increase, move slowly up toward the left corner in the upper left corner. In the upper left corner they will concentrate on attack and do little to defend themselves. Weapon power. To get the attack power of a weapon at any level up to its current maximum setting. Bear in mind, however, that a high attack power means it will take longer to recharge the weapon's power meter when you are in the heat of battle. This is only for computer-controlled characters. Okay, so you can make them stronger, but they probably will fail attacking if they get hit like by enemies. Equip armor. Equip option. Choosing armor. Yeah, sell the old armor will weight you down and clutter your rings. Whenever possible, set off the old items in weapon stores or to merchants. If you don't want to wait and sell your old armor, throw it away. Disposal. To dispose an armor that can't be sold, position it in the ring box and push B. The item will begin to flash. Rotate it, ring until the trash can is in the box and push the B button again. Item ring. On this most perilous quest, you will need the assistance of many potent and magical items. Some you will find in hidden chests. Others you will tear from the grasp of defeated enemy lords, and still others you can purchase. Place items in the box to gain information about them. You have room to carry more than one of certain kinds of items. Since you will travel long distances, try to keep your packs well supplied, especially outside of towns. Item usage. The item ring displays all of the objects currently being carried by your party. To use an item, place it in the box of the item ring and push P. If you can use the item at that time, you will immediately do so. Otherwise, a message is displayed telling you you're different. With some items, the Hand of Fate appears. You must position the hand on whatever you wish to influence and push B. List of all the items, complete with full descriptions. What they do appear on the page. What they do. That's also probably full of spoilers. List of all weapons as well. You know in advance what weapons you will get. They won't be a surprise. So I don't know if I'm gonna read those pages. Weaponry. You must face each enemy, every peril with the proper weapon in hand. Place a weapon in the box to check its power. The number of the left to the left indicates the relative strength of your weapon. The number to the right shows how much stronger or weaker the selected weapon is. As you collect new weapons, the weapon ring expands. You can never sell or dispose of weapons. The risk of having them fall into enemy hands is far too great. In other words, they don't want the newbie player or kid just to lose their precious items and then get stuck because they cannot progress, kill enemies. Enter your weapon ring when you want to take up a different weapon. The icon of the character's face will appear next to the weapon that character is currently using, and the name of that weapon will be shown at the top of the screen in the message window. Position the weapon you want in the box at the top of the ring and push the B button twice. Yeah, I think it's just more complicated when you actually read it. But when you're doing it, you get the hang of it. Spell ring. As you know, only your allies can wield the magic of the elements. Why? Whenever you find an elemental, its spells are then transferred to your allies. They cast the magic of 7 elementals, but each ally uses the spells differently. Spell categories. Push X to enter an ally's ring command and go to the spell ring. You can see your current and maximum magic points here. Elementals you can presently call are also shown. Place an elemental in the box and its name appears. Spells. Once you selected an elemental, the list of spells is shown in a small ring. Place a spell in the box to see its name and the number of magic points needed to cast. Push Y to return to the spell ring without casting spells. Position the spell you want to use in the box and push B. The hand of fate appears. Push up and down on the control pad to move the hand from target to target. 10. Push B. You can also target multiple monsters on your entire party by moving the hand until the word all appears. 10. Pushing the B button. Complete list of elementals including their names and spells can provide start from page 36. Okay. The might of magic. Your allies must not hesitate to throw their magic against the hundreds of enemies you will face. Attack from a distance with mighty spells and bring down the powerful enemy lords with magic. Use magic to strengthen your partners and enhance their weapons in battle. Berry walnuts. Always maintain a full supply of walnuts. This nutritious snack will restore your magic points when selected and eaten. Spell levels. Select the level option on the edit ring and then press the R button to see the magic skill info. The number beside the spell icon indicates the level of that spell. Level 8 is the best. The number next to the level rises every time the spell is used. Okay, so yeah, you wanna use them like quite evenly. And it also occurs to me if I'm using like rewind and save states, probably not gonna raise the healing spell as much as I would normally. So it's not. Maybe it's not a good idea to. Well, maybe you should use the spell even though you wouldn't need it from time to time, you know. Just heal a little bit, just to raise it. When this number reaches 100, the level of the spell will increase by 1 level depending on the number of mana seeds you have in your status screen. Okay, so yeah, if you don't have any mana seeds, they won't increase beyond level 1. Got it. Crystal orbs. On your quest, you will have to cast spells on objects as well as enemies. Use magic on crystal orbs to make them perform certain actions. Use the analyzer spell on orb to see which elemental will work. Okay.
Game music at its best.
I don't know if you're going to get like stuck if you don't know what to do with those orbs. You're like, I gotta get it. Well, let's go somewhere else. Then you play the game for like hours without realizing that, okay, you were supposed to use magic on crystal orbs. Battle strategies. It will be impossible to you to avoid fighting as you fulfill your quest. Indeed, You must seek out battles so that you can grow strong and experienced. Enemies will constantly chase you, but you can avoid engaging them in combat by escaping. Outrun the enemy if it pleases you. When you are confronting an enemy and eager to battle, push B and you will attack. Then watch the power meter in your status window. Climb back to 100. When it does, you can strike again at full power. Power attack. To land a mighty blow on your opponent, press and hold the B button down. When the power meter in your status window reaches 100, continue holding B. A power bar appears and begins building up to the current level of your weapon. Once it reaches that point, you will attack. Be warned, though, that this maneuver takes time and you are open to attack while you are waiting to charge up your meter. So are you saying that when I'm at level 8, I have to wait for full 8 bars to complete? It's gonna take like a minute. Or at least 20 seconds. I don't know. Enemy boss. An enemy boss is bigger and more powerful than his men. That's how he earned his rank. When you meet a boss, you use magic and the power attack to defeat him. If you win, you will gain important items and information. Spell fighting. While battling boss, cast healing spells on the other party members and use attack spells on the enemy. Some bosses are immune to most kinds of spells. You must experiment to learn which are the most effective. Cast Analyzer on a boss to see what it is weak against. Survival. The best way to ensure you will survive is a fight is. The best way to ensure that you will survive a fight is to go into it prepared. Have all the healing and strengthening items you can hold. Also make sure you are wearing the most powerful armor you can afford. When locked in a combat, practice different battle techniques until you learn which works best in each situation. Level up. The land you will be journeying through is filled with 1,000 dangers. Many of the challenges you face will be beyond your strength. At such times, you must seek out enemies and do battle with them. Once you have built up your level, return and face them. Challenge again. Yeah, don't give up, in other words. Experience. Every time you defeat an enemy, you gain experience points, and once you have achieved a certain number of experience points, your level will increase by 1, except if you don't have the orbs or mana seeds. Yeah, next level, weapon level. You can raise the level of your weapons simply by fighting and destroying enemies with them. The higher the level of that weapon, the more damage it will do. Maximum weapon levels are determined by the numbers of weapon orbs you collected. Oh, it's just not the mana seeds. Magic levels. Before venturing forth, you must gather your appointments, gather your allies into the truly dangerous realms of our world. Improve your spells, especially those used to heal and strengthen your party. To increase the level of a spell, a good idea is to go to an inn and stand outside. Cast the spell that you want to improve on the members of your group. Check the status screen to see how many points you need to raise that spell to a new level. Enter the inn and sleep to recover magic points. To improve your offense spells, you will have to seek out enemies and engage them in battle. Oh, that's an interesting trick. But if your party is in full health, does like healing spell still work? I don't know. Plus, it takes a lot of money to stay in. You will have to seek out maximum spell levels are determined by the number of mana seeds shown in your status screen. Okay, so it's orbs. Orbs determine the weapon level and mana seeds determine the magic level. Friends and services. Most of the inhabitants of our suffering world have retreated to the towns. When you enter a town, you must speak with everyone to collect valuable information. Well, that's the first rule of RPG. Speak to everyone. Speak with everyone. You can also purchase items and rest at inns. Occasionally, you will meet people in the country. Talk to them as well. You get conversations. Do not hesitate to speak with the same person twice. They often have new information to share with you. Yeah. That's the trouble with you never know if he just repeats or says something different. So just in case you have to speak everyone twice or even for the third time. Stock up. Save your progress at an inn before departing. Weaponsmith. After receiving a weapon orb, seek out Watts, the weaponsmith. Select a weapon from your weapon ring. He will forge that weapon to its new form for a small fee. Inn. Innkeeper will ask you where you want to stay. If you answer yes, hit points and magic points of your party will be restored. Innkeeper will next ask if you would like to save, and you should always save your progress. When you answer yes, a list of 4 files will... Yeah. Trader cats. Do not fear these feline how do you pronounce that? Feline creatures. They allow you to save your progress, though you cannot sleep in their presence. Many of these cats are eager to sell you certain items if you have the money to buy, and they are usually willing to purchase any armor of items you no longer need. Modes of travel. Okay, there's some spoilers here. Late in your quest you will receive a flammy drum. When you use this drum, a friendly dragon appears and sweeps all of you into the air. To see the world view, will start while you are flying. Press L and R buttons for yet another view. Speed to return all. So Flammy cannot find you when you are inside a building or underground. So it's like warp pipe. But you will travel mostly on foot as you wander across the land in search of the mana seeds. At times, though, you will find other ways of getting around. You may fly on the back of a dragon, soar like a cannonball, or be sent instantly from one place to a far distant site. Cannon travel agents can be very helpful to you. Once you talk to them, they will offer to blast all of you to a distant place for a few GP, called PCs. Choose a side with the control pad and push P to take off. Dragon flight. Dragon on a back of Flammy, push A to soar higher and B and drop down, press. Oh, it's like a free roam. Yeah, this is spoilers. Okay, I don't know if I wanna read all these. Okay, they haven't even named these. Just ally. If you have a multiplayer adapter, I have never actually seen one with Super NES, up to 3 people can go questing for mana seeds at once. Second player can enter into. Second player can switch between the 2 heroes not being manipulated with the control by boundaries. I think camera will be locked into player 1. But yeah, this would be nice with if you have 2 friends or 2 siblings. Luxury to play this as a 3-player mode. The heroes. You, our hero, shall begin this noble quest alone. Before long you will be joined by 2 others. You 3 will never separate unless one is lost or perishes. At such times progress should stop until the stray is found or restored. Hero. Young hero, you were marked by the gods at an early age when you were guided to the ancient sword of mana. Your sword skill will become unequaled. When a weapon is in your hand, you will be unstoppable. You are an active young sprite. The hero finds you soon in the dwarf cave. You are aggressive and will excel at casting attack spells, especially when confronting the enemy lords. Ally. So, still not sure if this is like supposed to be girl or boy or underkin. I don't know. You are very gentle but strong-willed, young lady, and have spent your life learning the healing arts and studying how to give strength to others. When in the thick of battle, you will enhance your friends' abilities and cure them of injuries. They always have a healing ally and always have a strong ally or summoning ally. Sprite magic. Okay, that's lots of I don't wanna even see that. Lots of spoilers. I don't wanna know. Yeah, I don't wanna know any of this. Okay, this is like the guidebook. Young hero, on the following pages I have recorded some steps you must take if you wish to begin your quest successfully. I cannot tell you how to proceed all the way to the end, for who can know whether any of us will survive that long? That's ominous. I must also warn you that there are several ways to make your way through this ordeal. No single way is the right way. So yeah, I think I was in the first palace when I stopped playing last time. Yeah, I did this one. The Dread Mantis is the first enemy lord you will meet. Once the protective power of his sword was removed from portals, the Mantis raced to town and tried to take a sword for himself. The earthquake was actually the ant digging his way under portals to reach you. Wait a second. What? One fateful day you will find rusty sword embedded in stone. Because you need something to cut down the bushes, you pull it free, but your action breaks the seal that holds the local monsters at bay and protects Potos, your town. Now as you try to return home, you face hundreds foes. Try to reach level 3 before you get portals. Okay. Visit item shop, equip armor, save game, talk to townspeople. Your friend Elliot. Raise yourself. Use your heart's-worn experience to defeat this. When you defeat the Mantis Ant, you find the powerful sword orb, which draws its power from mana seed. When you find Watts, the blacksmith, he'll put the orb to good use. I hope that I remembered to do that. I have to go back and see in the game if I had actually upgraded my sword. Stay in Potos. Battle Gemma Knight from distant lands appear process to see if you're alive. The final spell gives you much useful advice for the elder speaking more. Just villagers can Potos. Your pants from Potos forever. Yeah, I remember this. Talk to Luca. front of door water palace. If she likes what she hears, she will tell you about the mana seeds. Luca will give you a spare. Provides with information about other weapons. She also restores your hit points and sends you off, guys. Navel. Guys, Navel. Blonde girl comes to your rescue and saves you from being the main cause of Goblet's ritual. Visit Kippo village. To your spare. You need to build the level of your spare up to 1, just as you did with the rusty sword earlier. Yeah, I did this already. There's a cave. Village of Dwarves. Yeah, good music. They're friendly to you, so talk with them. Find Watch the blacksmith and have him reforge your rusty sword. It costs 100 GP, but it's well worth it. Visit the inn. Bright show, yeah, I did this. After the show, return to the stage and go behind it to find the sprite and get a refund. Battle Tropical. Tremendous earthquake strikes, shaking up the people in town. Sprite brings along a boomerang and chopping bow. You are then asked to go to Elin's castle. Before you proceed to Elin's castle, dissolve the seal, visit the blacksmith once more. Ready for this remedy, he sells you his own weapon, Wat's axe. I think you need the axe to break those things. So, yeah, I think I did all this. I did talk to Gemma. If you haven't already done so, enter the castle of Pandora. Yeah, I think you can like skip the girl. But you can get it earlier. She will join your quest and aid you with her magic powers. Her friend Dilok is missing and she hopes to find him while traveling with you. Once you settle the details with her, go to the left and enter the first room and find its king, Pandora's chamber. Final track, great read. About the recent events Pandora, and after filling you in the heads of to explore the king to gain his perspective. His spy network greatly reduced since the trouble began to function in keeping him informed of many issues. Even so, gossip is the best way to learn details, so speak with the people living in the castle when you're down in town and journey to the alliance. Eline's castle, north of Gaia's navel. Traveling gear check. Make sure the girl has her hair ribbon, power wrist, and kung fu dress. Her armor will be increased by 24 points. Or you should be at level 8 or higher. Everyone is properly armed or geared up. Lead your body to Elin's castle. The Haunted Forest. Road. I think I did this already. So, guarantee your safe passage, you must destroy the Scallop pillars. Sheath your sword, take a Wat's axe and chop them down. Yeah, I got stuck somewhere around here, so beyond this is all spoilers, so... Oh, and that's the end, so yeah. Well, that was the manual. I think I'm gonna continue my gameplay in the near future, so yeah. Anyway, thanks for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye bye.